you are because you're already being tackled. But in any free, and that's why I said the ordinary 21 or 65 or long distance free or sharply angled free, at least you have no excuse. I wish to God you had because it would be lovely, but you have no excuse. There's nobody on you. You have all the time in the world, and I suppose that's what makes it hard, really, isn't it? Because you have too much time to think. Now, before I try and make a mess of this, up now. But if I try, I'd love to tell you the principles involved. The real idea, lads, I think of all skills I know in hurling, this is taking it the John Fenton way now, or taking it the Theo English way long ago. And that was highly effective, I can tell you. Our Paddy Cowan of Offaly is a great taker of sideline. Remember one day on television we saw him putting a sideline cut from out about there over the bar to level the scoring against Wexford, as I remember. And funny, I had himself and Jack Coughlin above on a course in Offaly one time, a couple of years ago. And it was great to see the contrast between two. The Tom Cashman way now is something like this in slow motion, you kind of get underneath it like that. And it's quite good. And that's Jack Coughlin's too. But it will never travel as far because there's a lot of spin in it and it's an awful lot of wrist in it. But I'd love to show you the John Fenton way as Paddy Cowan. And in slow motion to something like this, I won't hit the ball until the right time comes, I hope. But if that were the ball there, that you'd be reaching out to your fullest when you're striking. You have a big arc to your swing. Look, a big arc. And that you'd be reaching out and that you go down. So what we say, the points are that this foot forward would get fairly near the ball, but the other one would be straight at the back. And actually if you went down like that, you wouldn't be going far wrong. At the end, you know, when you're actually striking it. Because if you stand up here, you could do the Tom Cashman one, which is a risky one, but it's highly risky as well as wristy, you know. You want to be a really good hurler to do it well. But in this one, it's in slow motion, it's a big swing, and you actually come in and you're reaching out, much more than I did there now even, you know. Reaching out so that it goes thumping down, and it goes, look, a big, I often say to fellas in my own team thing, big lazy thump. I wouldn't be abusing those who wouldn't know might think so. But I'd want them to be like that. Look, go cut down in, and the theory of it is, oh God, the poor feet, sorry. The theory is that the hurley goes down into the ground. We should be able to take a few good ones this morning. Woo, keep your eyes crossed. And it goes down into the ground, and you hit the ball with that point, which is the striking point of every hurley, just about there. That's the theory. So much for the theory, lads. But again, you must be terribly relaxed. And if I don't keep my eyes down there, if I lift them at all, I'm gone. I go across the ball. That's one of the other balls too. That you should be reaching out, and if you finish up with that knee in the ground, all the better. I ducked you a lovely tracksuit, but it doesn't matter. That's the right thing. Again, real relaxed. Look, the hurley really loose. And just something. I'm still watching here, I hope. If the ball were there now, I would. And again, down into the ground. Will we try and make a mess of it, will we? Oh, Michael, be very careful. You don't know what you're doing, kid. And, of course, no, it was Michael himself was saying to me that he could take a good sideline cut and then make a bag of one. You know, very inconsistent. So was Mick Maroney Clare, and he practiced. John Fenton, most certainly yesterday evening, if he could, and even before, he spent 20 minutes, half an hour, at least that, practicing it. Well, we see. Now, the other thing too, lads, is if I'm going to try and put it over the bar, and I mightn't go here, I might make a right bag of it, I don't mind. As I know I shouldn't be able, because I haven't too much practice, you know. But the big thing is I'm not going to go just across the ball now again, I want to tell you that. It's down like that, and I should be still watching. Will I try it? I will, I don't mind. I should be reaching out. That was badly taken. See, look, I didn't go down, but at least it wasn't too bad. But it was badly taken. I wouldn't be happy with that now at all. Why? Because I probably didn't relax enough. I can relax perfectly now. You know? We'll try another one. That's what I was afraid of, somebody else will have a ball. We'll try it again. I'd expect to hit this one out, maybe. Never know. If I could relax now. Keep watching the ball. And actually, you'll know if he's taking a good sideline cut generally by watching his eyes. But he's still watching.
Sorry, before you go to strike side, Ned, where should your front foot be in relation to the ball?
Now, your front foot, they're seeing the notes, I think, about a foot from the ball. It's rubbish. Look, I'll tell you very simply. You see that? In theory, if I could swing, that's where I should be. I should be hardly an arm length, and that back foot should be fairly straight. Now, why? So that I get down And the angle at which I meet the ball, about that. Now, if you have it too much like that, lads, you only hit it with the heel, you know. That should go down into the ground like that. And that's the hard thing. I didn't do that. I went down into the ground maybe there. And that's what makes it hard. You know, you really want to get very relaxed. And, you know, there now, I came across now. That's wrong too. I did that the first time. Well, I try this time. If I can go down into the ground, I'm right. A bit better. I wouldn't be ashamed of that now, but it wasn't good. You know, it couldn't satisfy me yet. But look, I see I went down more now, didn't I? Now, don't be a bit discouraged on this. But I tell you, because I'm not, and I don't ever take sidelines much, but I know what to do. And I know how to get others how to do. But it's a big arc of the swing, because you see, it comes right down. I should be reaching out. And even, excuse me, could I take that, please? Is that John?
That's
Eddie with my John. Even from this side, the principle will be the same. I might make an equal big mess with it. And actually, a lot of it, again, it will be the big swing, and this back foot should be straight. You know? I want to make certain of that. You see, the hardest part is to come in, because I'm reaching out, look, and coming down here. Will we try it? Not too bad, you know. Again, I didn't come down enough, but I wouldn't worry about that. I wouldn't worry a bit. Because I know that if I practice that, I get it. And for kids, put up on a bit of grass and take it, look, real relaxed, lazy, big lazy, thumping down.
What's the theory? You actually want elevation rather than actual hitting it low?
The theory of it is, I want elevation, but as well as that, I want to hit it with that part. Because I mean, that's the sweet part of every hurling. Striking point, you know.
What would you regard like as a good sideline puck? Is it a high ball in or is it a low one?
Well, do you know somebody else now that you asked that question? Wait, I tell you what I'd say. A good sideline puck is one that's driven to your team's advantage. And if I were to be completely honest with you, I'd have to say this to you. That if I were taking a sideline puck, and if I were any doubts up here, and if you were there marking Eddie, I wouldn't be looking at you at all, but then I hit the ball here to you. Hard. To you there.
Yeah.
And you know it. John Coughlin did one against Dublin there, when? Was it the year before last? Again, he came up and they were all expecting the big long one, and he just hit it across to one of his own. Up, dummied, over here, over the bar, Paddy Corrigan, you know. Now, to answer your question though, I suppose that's the truth is we want to get that ball in. But it's no bloody good if you're driving them wide. It's a highly risky thing, isn't it, really? But I think, generally speaking, there's a man like you are there at that distance, because you're not allowed to be any nearer. And I want to get it past him and over his head, generally, you know. But to be quite truthful about it, I'd rather 1,000 times if I was taking a sideline up and you were back there, and suddenly you come up where you are now, and I hit it across the ground to you. I mean, that's the big thing is to make sure that you use it properly. But the real trouble, of course, lads, is that we all like to get, there's great satisfaction in that one. But now that you ask it, I'm not at all convinced that it's always the best. But let's say you're taking one over there. The ideal way to hit it is across towards there. Or if I'm taking one, even to put over the bar, I'd aim for the far off post. Because they'll have to go right across, passing 1, 2, 3. Whereas if I put it wide on the other side, that's the bad side, isn't it? You know that. You know what I'm saying at all, lads? If you're aiming, and the way you aim is something like this. If I want to put the ball over there, I should be coming in this way. There's that playing walk with Pat Ryan, and we spent an evening a long while ago at that kind of thing. He used to put him all wide on this side because, let's say you were the target there where you are, you know. He used to come in this way, and when he hit it now, you see, it was bound to go off that way, you know. Whereas he should be aiming more in this way, you know. And again, the idea is that you'll be stretching out. I'm a bit too near it now, I won't get down. See, if I'm up here, I can. Down here, I have a great chance of getting.
It's a one-handed actually swing, so is it?
Well, it's not one-handed, and it isn't a risky one at all. But you see, you need the second hand to guide it. You know what I mean? You need the second hand to steady it, because otherwise you won't come in. You'll come in across or something, you know. You need the two hands, all right. That's good now. You should ask these kind of things because you'd love to get it right. No, it's a two-handed thing. In slow motion, it could be something like this. Down into the ground, you know. And even the more up here and down. You see, look at that ball come up. That's the whole idea. Even there now, if I could... Now I hit the ball and cross that. And my eye was looking that way. If you notice, if you look at my eye, you'd see that. I wasn't watching the ball. And this is what you should be watching for too, a lad taking it. There was a little boy who won the All-Ireland Skills last year. He's a fellow from a terribly unfashionable place in Waterford, Melleray, up near the Monks. A great boy. I remember asking me would I help, and I did. And this is the thing they won it from. He was the only boy who got him all right.
We have one too.
He was the only boy who got him all right. That's right, David Kyle, I remember that way. And he came down one evening, Capricorn, himself and his mother and his two sisters. And we spent ages at this thing. Ages means a quarter of an hour.
We have a skills gentleman in the group here too, so you'll be much with
A winner.
I know us lads, that's right, and a good one too.
You're
Good
under
man.
very critical.
Great.
You're under
That's,
very critical
my God, that's a
observation.
grand distinction. I love that distinction, you know.
What to know.
But again, lads, look, it's a very high one. Oh, I hit the ball again, you notice that? Because I didn't come down lazily. Like, remember the thing I said, lazily. I'm going to do it now. I forget it. Come down a kind of a lazy. See now, I come down real lazy. I cut down, look, see that? I cut down into it. Now that's the one I'd show you, lads, because I tell you the truth. If you're a Tom Cashman, it's a whippy thing like that. Tell you the truth, I couldn't do it myself properly. I really couldn't. Or at least, think I could. And confidence here is everything. I know you will. Listen, and how you do practice that is in pairs. So again, lads, you'd like a bit of grass. Now, you can't do it easily on bare ground, so get a bit of grass. And nowadays, thanks be to God, I campaign for... I was trying to score like Anthony Cunningham did in the All-Ireland. After soloing into the corner, first of all, practice, and then trying to score, so he put it wide. So what he should be doing is coming out this way, but then he would be put in the embarrassing position of having to hit with his left, which he couldn't do. And that was the holy all of it. And so that's one, isn't it? Like to make a better angle. Another one would be, and I'm sure that's what you had in mind, quite honestly, that you would run up here, maybe to draw a defender and pass to the other man, who then would be in a better loose position than you. That would be another one, wouldn't it? To draw an opponent out of position, if you like. And I suppose the third one would be the one where Douglas are really helpful leather. The centre back is being drawn out, and your man gets the pass, and you say, "Go, Johnny!" And whoa, 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 solo. He goes on and either sticks it over the bar or under the bar. And again, the most important skill in hurling is the striking of the ball. It might matter what anybody says, because the most important scores you can get would be the points. They can't be stopped. Or if you do stop them, I suppose CD of tip, you might bring it down and help Johnny O'Leary to do the needful, you know. And again, now, let's say good things about the solo now. Is there any other occasion? What about a corner back gets the ball? Have we a ball there, lads, please? Just for a minimum moment, monsieur. All right, monsieur? Who is it, monsieur? All right. All right, monsieur. But the corner back gets the ball. Now, if he throws up, he could be either hooked from the rear because it's a tight situation, or blocked from the front. So that's the time for him to solo out until he's clear. And you could tell lads to do this, that they could actually throw something you're not supposed to do. Throw the ball forward and put the stick after it, you know? And I think the solo is best done, really, when, now, you can do it with two hands, you saw it in the film. But when you do it with two hands, either on the stick, you have great concentration and you can't really travel fast. Whereas with one hand you can, I think. Especially if you keep it. Now if you like Ray Cummins, you hear the way up and down like that going. I don't know if there are many who can do that. He had great control though. But one thing I do know, if you're going fairly fast and have the stick horizontal to the ground, parallel to it, you know. Parallel I should say, to the horizontals as I like that, you know. But if you have it parallel, the ball will fall back off it. Whereas if you have it about knee high and a slight tilt this way, it's really much easier, you know. It is much easier. And if you have it up too high, you're not able to. Again, if you keep it this high, you'll see fairly well. I'm an awful non-believer passing off the hurley unless you're a Jeff Fendley or a Ray Cummins or someone who is absolutely marvellous peripheral vision. How about that, lads? There's one for you. Good false teeth. Well, you must have them. But if you have good vision and you can see the guy over there, he's there. Look at him. I could see him. Oh, but he could see the ball too, and he got it beautifully. See? But I'm only saying that I love that a fellow would catch it, because after you find I can't pass to him, I better go on again a bit, or I better lay it off some other way, you know, or hit it low. But I say something else to you too, lads, that there's no way a fellow will block you down if you hit the ball low like that, you know. And I don't mean about hitting him now, I'm talking about hitting the ball so that he can't knock you down. You know, if you hit it anywhere up here, of course he can. And he won't. So it's a very useful thing to remember. Remember Joe McKenna's goal we saw in that film? It was hit when the ball was down about there. You couldn't block that down, no matter how you try. And it was only a risky one quick like that again. And it was impossible to stop. But just go back to the solo again. And even the lift comes into it, because that's the little thing you could have. If it's a great thing for control, because even in the film inside, all this up and down the stick, you know, so that you can get control of the ball. Well, no, even tipping it on the stick like that it's another control thing. Remember the film there, this thing for the wrist again, you know, up and down. And you, it's not easy. Now that ball is a fairly easy one. The rim is rather narrow, you know, but good God, some of the rims on the balls are terrible. You'd be better off to try and keep it on the stick and solo at that kind of height, because you can see, you have a good idea seeing around. But just to recap on that again, the time to solo would be to make a better angle from yourself, come out from the corner, say, and or come in from the wing, in across, and then you have a sight of the post and you can shoot. To break right through, say, go right through for a score when there's no danger of an opponent outflanking you, or there's no great threat inside, and to draw an opponent out of position to pass to a better placed teammate, or in corner back again, to solo out a little bit. And then, how would you avoid being hooped, by the way, do you know? Good. And even that one, there's no one going to take that. Needn't be as short as that. Any other way of avoiding being hooped?
Kick it.
Kick it, good, that's 2. Another way. Hand pass with the left, that's 3. Another way. Another way. Honestly, there's so many. Another one is hand pass with the right, isn't it? Another way is hurley pass. That's a bad hurley pass. I didn't watch the ball, that's my fault. Always talk about watching the ball. So now I watched the ball. Now it went. I didn't, you know. Isn't it awful that we forget the simple things? Another one is the little drop up. Con Murphy, are you around? Bit of a twist, but anyway, don't tell anyone with this. A retake of that. No. And of course, we never make mention at all of the Kilkenny one up here, you know. But I remember our friend Justin McCarthy, or whatever it is, you know. Also, it's better too to have them with the sun in their eyes rather than in your eyes, you know. That's a small thing, you know, might help you. But also, lads, you shouldn't, if you can help it, you shouldn't, we'll say, take on more than 20. Now, if you're 40 or 60, you want 2 others with you, because really you must have room for hurling. As you know, you could play soccer and that would be around there, you could have a match. In hurling, you could only have 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6. Well, you can only have, say, 3 playing in that ground there. You know that yourselves too. It's a different game entirely. Now, Joe, will we spread out a bit, lads, and we'll just do a few little drills with the hurling. What you would do with kids yourself. Now, it doesn't only take about a minute, and actually, I'll tell you something. Whatever you do in hurling, you should take, I don't know if Justin said it here, you should take, say, 1 or 2 or 3 skills and leave it at that, and then have your little match. It's quite amazing how long it would take and how much they'd enjoy it if you write it down. Write down what you're going to do. Think about it before you go out, and put it in the old tracksuit pocket even, and you'll be able to refer to it if you have to, you know. Because, and you could do that when you give them even do a round of the field, lads. They don't need a round of the field at all. They don't need any physical training, but that'll give you a chance to think about, what do you say now, I must go flags or whatever you want to do, you know. But it's a great thing, lads, to just start off with a little grip and just brush the grass like that. Because I often think that people talk about warming up and that, and with kids there's no such thing, except to warm the hands, maybe a morning like this, and we're going to do that too. Now the reason it is, you should warm up your wrists a bit slowly too. Yeah, don't worry about the swing now, we'll talk about that in a minute, you know, don't worry. Listen to me, everybody has to learn a bit, but just don't forget a little crouching, a small little crouching at the head when you're swinging, you know. Now, don't worry, we'll come to that in a minute now. But what I was saying inside, lads, is something like this. If you don't have this elbow cocked up, you know, let's say your right elbow, you know, if you haven't it cocked up and bring it down across the body then, you know, down, or cocked up, and the hurley almost, just try that you see now, you know, this elbow, bend that. The other one should be fairly straight, lads, and in near the chest, as you might say. But look, that up, with the hurley almost parallel, look, and out and across and up. Good girl. Grand. And to be the opposite and the other side. And again, so long as you could tell the kid and see what's wrong and show him what's right. That's the important thing. Now, another thing to do with lads too is just up, put the hands over the head and just nice and easy now. Bring it, don't move your arms at all, just move the wrists. Nice and easy. Because if the hurley is too heavy now, you won't do this for long. That's enough. That's enough. Any of the bigger gentlemen who might have hurled a bit and that, it's a good thing too for the wrist just to twirl the hurley around. Could you do that for a time? Wonder how many of those could you do? Kids are great for competing. Come on, how many fellas can do, say, 20? Good man. Just to the hurley around. It's only a wrist thing, you can see it there now. Look. And then go around the opposite way. Oh dear. Oh dear God. Now, I mean, that mightn't be for kids, does it? I can tell you they'll do, but that's very good for their wrists again, because the wrist is vital in this, you know? Yeah. Put the two hands over the head now again, right over the head altogether. Stretch up, and just bring it over and back again. Now, that's hard, because if you're not used to it, it's hard. You can leave down the hurley, lads, and just, you know something, if those hands aren't warm, or try and get him a bit warm, we won't even enjoy the few pucks we'll have, because we'll be doing a minute now is a ball between two and say about 30-40 yards apart, just striking the ball right and coming to your opponent or your partner in this case, stopping it. And for stopping it now, would you try and remember how you say inside that you turn the nose of the hurley to your right, that way, and you have to crouch to do that. And the moment the ball stops, give it a small little tip here and have a peep. I'd love to start the youngest fella at that kind of thing, I'd say. Stop it, little tip, have a peep. That's what you'll see the Barry Murphy doing, only he'll do it faster. And he'll take a different knock and he might lift it. But if you watch now the next match, when the moment he gets the ball, he's concentrated, stops it, and the moment he gives a tip, he's looking to know what will I do? Will I lift it or will I pull? Or will I give it a small pass here? And you'll be talking about ground hurling. So that's ground hurling, a little pass, little touch like that. It needn't be a big pull even at time. So, no, sorry lads, I was just saying we'll let down the hurley. A good idea, and it's a little bit of physical therapy in this Friday morning, that you would jump out, lads, if you don't go wild now, please don't go wild. Just jump out and clap the hands above. Jump out, you know, clap the hands above, in again, clap behind your back, you know. Will we do that, lads? Let's do that. Oh, it's very symmetrical, very symmetrical. Yeah. And now, you know, you could continue that for maybe another minute or half a minute. You know, a very good thing is to warm the hands. A good round of applause for Michael, the photographer. Yes, thank you very much. Splendid, very good. Oh my God, my hands are sore. I think it deserves a second round for smiling so wonderfully, and you must get those hands. Or another thing you could do is, with a partner, you could clap hands like that, clap hands, you know. But anything has to get the old blood going. But if you don't get the blood going, and you could walk again, then do another bit, okay? Oh, lovely. Oh, gee, you're grand. I think that deserves another round of applause. Thank you very much. It's splendid. And a fine round of applause for Michael. He's smiling through that camera there. A fine round of applause for him. So that's it, we're going. Now we're going to get into action, lads, and anybody who wants a ball, don't stop. Right, have a peep, don't forget. Don't forget two lads to find it. Keep to one side. Like this, if you stop it like that, give a tip here, have a look. Now, I know where she is, stop. Good girl, don't worry about mistakes now at all. Stop now. I know you did. Oh, I do. Have a peep, don't forget, have a peep. Always have a peep, it's very important. Have a wee peep. And don't forget your left, I saw your right now. What about your left? Don't let him get away with hitting from one side. It'll be very important if you're doing it both of them. One thing here, it should be over here, see? And the juice come over here. No. So I go on coming down the middle. You know what I mean? No, you don't. That's important, lads, that you better walk up and down. Watch yourself. Keep watching the ball. Stopping now, very important. Don't forget your left. I saw your right. Lovely. What about your left? No, you want to keep on saying that. Don't let them get away with one side, lad. No one side. And even if you're not catching the hurley yourself the right way, that's no excuse for letting them catch it. We'll say that you're unapproved with. Oh, that's the way you should. No, I mean, because I know a fellow who did, and I'm surprised. So saying that one went wide. Because you see, he had to turn on, where am I going to go? But as if you're standing this way, we're talking about trees again. Now, out now is now, look. Take your time now. Terrific, look how straight it is, isn't it? I haven't the slightest doubt that you get it right. Good time. Now, that was a lovely left swing you made a while ago. Back again now and out through it. Good woman, when you looked up at me, I know you can. I know I'm fascinating and all that. No, but actually, there's another one you often heard. You must watch the ball on your finish. Look, watch the ball. Do you know the senior intercounty players don't do that? They don't look. They can't, and they're looking up before they hit. That's right. Now, side of you. I tell you what went wrong. Will I tell you? Just to tell you, you didn't bend that up so the hull is up here. No, yeah, good girl. Now, good woman. Look. You are. I told you are. You didn't believe it. No, it's only, and you have much confidence, but should come. Yeah. Often you'll meet a kid that, I can't hit from my left. Mechanical. But now this is your job, and it's an easy one. If you don't have that elbow, say from, we call the backhand side, if you're left-handed from the right, if you're right-handed as I am, we're the underprivileged, we can't have that. If you're right-handed, that if you don't bend the elbow of the supporting hand, what we call it that, or the backhand, back means back here. If you don't bend that, now the swing is not up here, it's not out there. It's up here. It's almost in front of you here. Until that's almost parallel, because you see, we're doing it in slow motion as it comes down. As you come down, and as you come down, you'll be pulling it. Now you'll be hitting in square here, square. But you won't do that unless you put the weight on that foot. Look, if you watch this, the weight is on the foot nearest in direction to where you're trying to hit the blooming ball. If your shoulders are that way, you won't hit it right. There was a very nice hurler with bars. Some bars will kill me if I say this now, or ex-bars. He won't, no, but I mean it's true. He was cramming. He was playing midfield. I hate saying it, lads, but I don't think he would score frees as often as he should. But we'll be talking about frees again. But he was talking